Hey, and welcome back to Blueprints. It's day 75. And again, I have like a few minor things that I want to do today, but otherwise it's going to be similar to like last episode where I'm going to, hopefully make some progress. I mean, we got like 20 extra steps and we do have the key card, right? Like we prepared for today. But I'm going to cut out like a lot again, right? Like just like last time. We have the brass compass, we have some gems. We also still have the blessing of the Tinkerer. So I really want to get security relatively early, but there are like a few other plans that I have. Like for example, I have been thinking about, isn't there like a note about like the holy hour or whatever they're calling them inside of wasn't like part of the deed, it was part of the will. And like there are also like these two clocks, right? Like maybe I just have to reach it like really early. So this is like also like an attempt that I want to go for. I shouldn't be able to get any new blessings, so I don't actually need the money right now. But like it's just going to be part of like the whole idea today. Should I go for... No, I'm not gonna go for the hovel. We do have some gems, so I'm just gonna go for the tool shed. And maybe I can also get a shovel. Yeah, I do get a shovel. That's amazing. Shovel and also the magnifying glass, right? And I think like those two together will be amazing for this run. Again, I do need the shovel and the workshop together, and then the laundry room, which reminds me, Banner of the King, shopping rooms. Yep, I want those. I do believe that this is going to be really useful. Maybe I should have done that later, like once I had like the workshop. I don't know. This is probably not the smartest way to do that, but hey, you learn and you live, or something like that. Also, I'm going to continue to pick up like the mail room whenever I can. I don't think that there's going to be an item in here. Yeah, like when I get an item, it's generally the magnifying glass. That seems to be like a certain, I guess, pool of items that a room can have. Oh, that's actually new. This is like the first time that I got like something else in here. Nice. I want to say like 90% of the time at least I get like the magnifying glass there, which makes sense for like this specific room, right? Also, I don't think anything changed here. Also, I wanted to check something in here. Like we have like so many trees here, right? Like this is another thing because I'm still thinking about like how to solve stuff because I don't know about like nuance yet. First of all, the weather, it's probably clear still. That's like my theory because like I wanted to check the trees because I did remember trees, but they do not seem to be like swaying in the wind or anything like that. So this tells me that it's probably not windy, but that's just my theory here, right? But there are like a few things that I want to like recheck, and also if I get the library, I'm gonna finally get like some screenshots of those because I have the magnifying glass. It's going to make it so much easier. Also workshop, give me the battery. I do have the battery. Okay, now I only need the handle. That's perfect. Okay. Also, how many? I have 33 out of 40 dartboard puzzles. Only a few more than we get the trophy, and I can finally figure out. I want the cannon. You know what? I'm gonna get the cannon. I want to say like the gift shop has like a better layout, but but like getting the ability to use my shovel is also really great. Anyway, more room finding, I guess. Okay, I do have the laundry room already. That's amazing. I'm gonna get it. Do I want keys? That's like currently what I'm thinking. I could technically switch those. I could also just get like 2 keys in general. But then again, keys aren't actually that important currently. No, I'm just gonna leave it. You know I'm kind of speedrunning here, but this is important. Okay, I do have the Chamber of Mirrors, and also this time around there are like a lot of keys, so that would be amazing to reach actually. Ah, it's locked, and I'm out of keys. That's obviously the perfect timing. I technically could go further north, but I want the west side open for like another plan that I have. Do I just trade my gems? Or my coins? I should probably trade my coins. I don't have that many left. I don't think it's going to be enough to... Yeah, we probably have to get the jackhammer. I don't believe that. Okay, you don't need the jackhammer. You only need the shovel, and you need to know where you have to look. Okay. I just clicked there. I was like, okay. That makes it a lot easier. Anyway, I need some keys. This costs... Okay, I'm getting 10 keys out of that one. That's nice. I guess I need another file cabinet. I was like so surprised by that moment. I didn't actually read that properly. Had I known that file cabinet, this is somewhere in the estate. I feel like it's going to be in the archives as well. Maybe. Like, I don't really know where else we have like a lot of those archive drawers. Maybe in the underground? Huh. I still don't want to go like this way. Just again, like I have like few plans. One of them is getting the doggy is getting the diary again, and obviously I need that room for that. Or I could just get the archives. I mean, if you're already offering any of those where I can use a key, I can use a key on here, the second one. Okay. First of all, this one, obviously, you know, certificate of birth. We had that one before. What do you hold? There's a whole book, a blue one. Something to read? Okay, peace. Wait. Terms of surrender have been accepted? Okay, this is in 1886. Okay. This is... At least we get like a rough timeline. And I mentioned this before at some point where I had like a rough estimate of like how many generations ago it was. And like we are in like 90... Like, it's basically a bit over 100 years if this is, to my understanding, correct. Right? This does make sense. So like the generation of, you know, my grand uncle in this case. I guess their grandparents definitely were like still involved, and like this is why the history is getting passed down. Anyway, time to read. Peace. Terms of surrender have been accepted. The red flags flying over the capital was a bittersweet sight of comfort for many of this realm's weary citizens. After 22 years, peace had come at last. We, the staff of Reddington Herald, join all of the citizens of Reddington in welcoming this new era of peace and formally retract and disavow all prior printed support of House Desolates. Okay. Reasonable in the situation, right? Maybe you don't wanna, you know, have any issues with like the new rulers. Just checking if there's like anything hidden in there. I mean, who... I forgot, it wasn't the... like King Liason who wanted, like, who survived, right? Like he died. I could look into the history book because I'm terrible with names. I forgot the name who took over afterwards. Anyway. Royals flee in defeat. For shame, oh you cowardly coattails. In our most trying hour we clung, and in yours you ran. We do know that they did flee. Just like a... I mean, even the history books talked about that. Or did they get banished explicitly? I'm not quite sure anymore. I could check that one. I'm gonna check that one like after I'm done reading. In his first public address since the end of the war, the victorious leader of the Fen army, yeah, it was General Tescan, did not express much sympathy for his fallen enemy. The royal family's departure was not unexpected, as rumors of their plans to flee to the neighboring realm of Eraja had been circulating even before war's end. However, the suddenness of their departure has left many of their supporters feeling abandoned. We did know that they went to Eraja though, yeah. It is a disgrace, a betrayal of the people they swore to protect. They have fled to foreign lands, seeking comfort and refuge while their people suffer and struggle to rebuild. This is not the kind of leadership we need. We need leaders who will stand with us in times of adversity, who will not abandon us when we are afraid and at our most vulnerable. Okay. Desolate's princess born in exile. I'm gonna, you know, show you the picture properly. In the 4 decades since the end... Oh yeah, 4 decades. Yeah, this is quite a jump. In the 4 decades since the end of the war, little news has reached our news desk regarding the former royals, whose life in exile has remained a quiet source of speculation and mystery. Prince Rolf, the grandson of Desolates IV, broke that silence on Tuesday when he announced the birth of his daughter, the Princess Caitlin Je'ari, who, in keeping with Arajan tradition, was endowed with her mother's surnames. I mean, the name that we had seen was Je'ari Yenna, right? So I'm guessing the title and stuff and the name get switched. Because those are... No, those are the surnames, probably. Like, I don't know, like, the order, right? Like, this is Yenna, Jari, right? I don't know, we're probably going to figure that one out. Close supporters of the exiled family are, of course, concerned, as this public announcement displays a notable shift in conduct for the royals, and sets the stage for the family to exit private life and return once again to the public sphere. A change that would undoubtedly stir up long-buried allegiances and unrest in our realm. Okay. There's, again, a big gap here, okay. I say again, but like we've not really had that before, right? This might just be layout. Anyway. Tensions rise on the southern border. The Crown's recent decision to dismantle the realm's remaining railways has caused increasing tensions with our southern neighbor Araja, who has for many generations relied on our realm's rail track for northern passage to arch areas. The ensuing round of trade negotiation with Araja, which were conducted with reckless care and little diplomacy, have, to the surprise of no one, ended at an impasse. Early reports have alluded that in addition to their other demands, the Crown has requested that the asylum granted to the former House of Desolates be revoked. Okay. Interesting. This would also like kind of confirm that like both, you know, like that all of the countries still use the railways until, you know, this one, right? Like Fan Areas dismantled it. Okay, this is like kind of confirmation. You know, we have like the Rajan symbol, the rain, and the poetry, but we did know about that. Okay, this didn't help us too much. I do know the name, I guess. But why is it surnames? I guess they're just like multiple, is that like a common thing? Wait a second. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna take screenshots and then I'm gonna wait a second. Okay, now let's talk about the foyer. We have like some statues in there. I had like another note about that as well that I was thinking about like earlier already, but hey, let's do that first. We have Baron Edwin Sinclair, Baron Thomas Sinclair, Count Isaac Gates, Yari Yenna. So if Yari are the surnames, so it's Yenna, Yari. I'm guessing, right? Like the order's just like kind of differently, right? Like you start with like the surnames and then that, because otherwise that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But then Yenna's just a name and Yari is also just a name, unless there's like more meaning that I just kind of miss. I still have like this weird theory about like D's and J's in like the I guess their language, but it hasn't really helped me, and this is kind of okay. Anyway, there's like another thing that I actually also noticed, and it's like something really stupid now that I think about it, right? Like because like we have Count Isaac Gates or Count Gates, and we have Major Nicholas Key or Major Key 4. The issue is, I mean, does that just mean that you are hiding the key? Is that Major Key 4? Wait a second, which one is Major Key 4? Isn't that like one that I already have? Where's my list? No, the issue is the 4th is down below, beneath all the docs. The 5th one is the one held by King on a throne. If this were Major Key 5, that would help. Maybe I can remove the I, because it's the only thing that I can currently see. Which would be funny if that were the solution, but I don't think... Wait a second. Let's go back to a new clue, because we still have like one note in there that I'm really confused about, and I think it's here. The suspect is a major, the suspect is a key. A dot key. So is the suspect, you know, our friend here? Major Nicholas? Maybe? I'm gonna have to look closer at that statue again, or maybe the grotto at some point. Maybe Nicholas is like a password somewhere. I'm gonna think about that. But for now we have those notes. Again, like this would have been nice earlier, but we've already figured that one out. Okay, so we are done with like another piece of information, I guess. Unless there's like a way... Can I, by the way, open both of them? Yeah, I can. Okay. Unless there's like another key hidden somewhere. Also, I feel like so silly because I only needed the shovel, apparently, right? Like, had I known that before, I might have, you know, conducted my search a little bit differently. But hey, you know what? I don't mind making progress. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with like this piece of information here, you know, right? Because like while it helped, or like while it's interesting, that's probably a better way to put it, I don't think this helped. Like we do know the rights, yeah, escaping Prince Rolf? That's 24. Wait a second, 24. Because like this is obviously for, you know, Mary, it's like way later. Why are you putting those together? Are you implying that actually, you know, that someone isn't who they appear to be? You know? That the absent line might not be, you know, what they appear to be? Because there was also like the demand that the asylum for the former House Desolate be revoked. And we do know that apparently the Ari line belongs into that one. Because of the foyer as well, right? Like the foyer kind of displays all of the ones, I'm guessing in the family, because otherwise that doesn't really make too much sense. Huh. But does that help me? That's like, I am not sure what to make of it yet. Like this is definitely a theory I can have, but like even if it's true, then what am I doing with that piece of information? No, wait, I did misread that like slightly. Okay, I think part of that is wrong because it's like, you know, the princess, right? No, wait. Okay, no, I am right. Prince Rolf is the grandson son of Desolates IV, and then he gave birth to, or like his wife, I guess, gave birth to his daughter, and this is Caitlin Yeari. And 24? Like it's definitely the same generation, right? This is like why I'm thinking about that. Anyway, I'm kind of stuck here, I guess. I'm gonna think about this. For now, I don't really know if it helps me a lot. I still wanted to go to like the north, and now that I have this... Did I press the button? Sometimes I'm so forgetful. No, I did not, okay. Good to know that I didn't, because it does mean that I can almost go through here. Doesn't really help me too much, but I guess now the archives are making the run a little bit harder. Do you go for the library or just the aquarium? I mean, the aquarium is nice, right? Like, and we also get like a dig spot, which is also great because that means that we get a free exit out of this room. Oh yeah, I want to say, like, we changed this. We have like starfish in here now. We get a plus a 1 star, which is nice. Just looking again, because like this one was kind of hidden to me. Maybe there's like still something, right? Like an X somewhere that's like important. It could be the vase, right? Like something could be off there, but I don't think so. I wouldn't even know which one it would be. Right, there's like no explicit point where I can dig currently, unless I missed something. Just don't see it. If there is something, then I don't see it. But like 2 vases, 1 chair, 2 of those. I still think that this is... Wait a second, hallway. Is that just the regular... No, those have flowers in them. This one has a chair, but doesn't have like the other pieces. And this one doesn't have a chair. It could be this one, like the East Wing Hall? Like we do have a chair, we have like this one, but I don't think that this is the right kind of seat over there. But we do have two vases, okay. Corridor? I mean, it could just be the corridor. We do have a chair here, and we do have those vases. I'm gonna Next time I see a corridor, I'm gonna just, you know, look around. Maybe I can dig somewhere. Because otherwise I am not too sure what to do about this. Right, like just because like the bedroom also kind of shows up here, and there was a point outside of like our vision where we were able to dig, even though it was like with a map. Like I'm 70% sure that we had to use the map for that. Also, it's interesting that only this room has like, you know, all of the starfish, which is interesting. But what do I know, right? What do I know? And we do have the observatory, which means that we get all the rerolls, which is nice. Might be helpful. I'm not gonna really use a lot. But hey, wait. Twins was 2 boxes? Yeah. Pair of chests. I always forget which one does that. We do have a quick parlor game though. I know that's like not the smartest thing to do, like now that I'm still on the clock. We are getting kind of limited on time, but hey. Every statement with the word blue is false. This can't be true because it itself would be false, right? The second statement on the black box is false. The black box contains the gems. Okay. The blue box contains the gems. Both statements on the blue box are true. Okay. This could be a false statement. Assuming that this is the mixed one then the blue box can't contain the gems, which is correct if the black box contains the gems, and would also be correct with like the top one. Would make sense like without thinking about it too much. Like this is like the short one. I've not really thought about this too much. Black box contains the gems. Let's just go for that one. Worst case, I don't get any gems. But alas, I still get them because I am just cracked at, I guess, this one puzzle in this game. Ooh! I just randomly rolled this one. You can get them southwards, which is interesting. Doesn't really help me because there's like the mailroom in the way, but like conceptually interesting. We do have a regular hallway though. I'm just gonna keep the archive one. I just have to remember this like for another time. Ooh, I can re-roll a little bit. That's nice. Again, I'm just speed running. I need to find a lever. That's like the only reason why I'm like looking around. I guess I'm looking at the pantry again. I don't think that this is going to do anything, but you know, it's still on my map. Or like stuff that I think about, and I don't think that this is helping me at all, even though I have a shovel this time around. Right? There's like no spot where anything should be working, like clicking wise. Yeah. Still quite sure that there's like another trick to this. Maybe I can move the ladder somehow. Maybe I need to smash in the windows. Who knows? There's probably something about that. I mean, I do have a hammer, but that's not really that useful right now, which is the annoying part. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it. Gonna think about this later on. And we do have the library, and I can take screenshots. Maybe I'm not going to get the other thing going, where I just get really quickly to the very north. I guess it's not going to work out. So I'm just gonna read instead. You know what? We have so many steps. I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna forget it, but hey, we're doing that later. Another observatory. Is it worth it? I'm gonna go for this one instead, just to gamble. It's not a good room. Oh! It's this one. I don't think we learn anything new here, but do get a lockpick kit. We've been here before, and unless I can somehow make it over there. I mean, this is lower than the rest, right? So it's like the one spot where I could maybe go through if I really wanted to. I can't do anything with the crown. This obviously doesn't help us here. But it is a red room out of my system, which is kind of bad because it's actually a good red room. Anything hidden behind here, like writing-wise? Maybe, you know, this would be like the perfect position to put more letters for like the other puzzle that I'm struggling with. You know, that would be amazing. Another parlor game. That's unlucky. That was just a gamble. Ooh, that was quite the spin in the wind-up key. Fair enough. 4 statements on boxes in this room are true. A box with 1 false statement contains the gems. You will not solve this puzzle. A box with a true statement contains the gems. This box does not contain the gems. Okay. First of all, 4 statements on boxes in this room are true. If that's the case, assume that this is a true statement. Then these have to be all of those and all of those, and this one has to be false, because we can solve the puzzle. No, yeah, we can solve the puzzle, so this has to be a false statement. Which is interesting. So these two can be true. Now, the thing is, if all of them are true... wait a second. A box with a false statement contains the gems. This box does not contain the gem, would be fine with that one. A box with a true statement contains the gems. Would be false. Okay, so this, if this one is a false, right, like they can't be... Wait, a box with one false statement contains the gems. Yeah, that can't be the truth, because like if 4 out of 5 statements are false, and we are like not going for like the actual rule set where like one box has to be completely false, one has to be completely correct, right? That's not possible, because like this one has to be either completely correct or completely false, and I'm just gonna say this is completely false. So for this to be true, often would be, okay, one of the boxes has to be like completely false. If the first one here is false, then it doesn't actually matter like the way the other ones look. All the other ones could be true. So a box with a false statement contains the gems would mean that this one contains the gems, but this one says that this box does not contain the gems. So this could be true. And a box with a true statement contains the gems. No, they are conflicting with each other. It could also be true that I cannot solve this puzzle, right? Okay, 4 statements on boxes in this room are true. This can't be it. Again, can't be it, otherwise this whole thing breaks. Unless like all of them are true, but they are conflicting with each other, right? Because like a box with a false statement contains the gems, and a box with a true statement contains... Oh no, they're actually not conflicting each other. Because like if this box does not contain the gem, and a box with a true statement contains the gems, these are both true, and one of them is false and the other one is true, then this one would be the mixed one. So they would be acceptable. I'm just gonna say that it's the mixed one, because otherwise it doesn't really work out in my brain, and I am correct. I can't believe this. That's interesting. Like the bells kind of sound weird if the dark room turns off like during it. But hey, this is the dark room. It's the only one I can get. 3 stars is probably... It can't be Rotunda. Which is worth 3 stars and like cornerable? I don't actually know. Oh, the vault. Oh, okay. I mean, could have been worse. I guess I'm getting a lot of money that I don't need. Fair enough. I'm not gonna complain. These cards don't do anything. They're not real. Otherwise, we only have like the passports that we already have like screenshots of, and also like, you know, the ID symbol here, right? Like ID and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We already know that this is a specific position in our code. This one didn't have like anything else. And again, we have like screenshots of all of those, so I'm not too worried about them. Unless like the code is like really important for something, but hey, as I mentioned, right, like extra money that I don't really need. Fair enough. Okay. Another expensive one. I am fine going for the expensive ones. Okay, this is a 4-way intersection. That's fine. This one's again locked. Another observatory. Oh wait. I got that one earlier and I didn't take it. Rare room. I'm gonna take the rare room. Ah, obviously I made the furnace rare. That's on me. Can't pick this lock, that's fine. The weight room doesn't do anything for me because it's the right one, right? If it were the left or the south one, then I would actually take the weight room because it would allow me to do what I want to do this run. No, wait. I just looked at the image. It's actually here. It's the weight room. I can reach the antechamber from here. Which is nice. Can I make enough? And it also lets me go through this room. Okay, this should be doable actually. I'm gonna go for it. This also reaches the lever. I can flip this one. It's letting me go down. Right. I don't think it's too late yet, right? Like, but if it is too late... I just passed the time. Oh, that's so bad. Ah, I guess I shouldn't have read too much. Okay, since this plan doesn't actually work out anymore, I should probably go for the... Where am I going then? Like, I don't really care about the run too much anymore. I did find out some secrets which I really like, which is great. I'm just gonna go explore the west wing and then go to the library. Wait, how many steps do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. No, this doesn't even reach that one. I have to go this way. I need like 10 steps. I can explore like 2 or 3 more rooms. Shouldn't be too bad. Like, I don't actually do too much else, but like, hey, doesn't actually hurt. Morning room? Just for the buff? Sure. Why not? Oh, car keys that I don't get to use again. Unless I get like... I'm just gonna go for like an archive one. Wait, what's that? That's new. A muffin? 10 steps? That's a first. I don't think I've ever seen a muffin. Huh. Sure, I mean, this is a new discovery. It wasn't like a big puzzle, but like, cool. Oh wait, I even get like more steps because I got the furnace, which is also funny, I guess. A second morning room. Honestly, no, I'm gonna redraw a little bit just because I can get something cool. The laboratory doesn't actually help me here. Am I just being silly and get the laboratory here? No, let's redraw. Like, again, I can't really do anything with the gems anyway, right? Like, the terrace doesn't really do anything. Trophy room is silly, so let's get it. Delicious gems. Break room would be amazing. Even though I don't know if I would do anything with it. Code check. Do I have any items that I want to store? Not really. None of them are like that special. Bedroom still doesn't help me. We figured out Korarika already, so dormitory isn't like that interesting to me anymore, so I'm just gonna go for like the random one, because again, we don't really have like a lot of spaces to draft anyway. We had like 2 and we don't really need that, right? You're taunting me, game! I still don't know what this corner case is all about. Maybe the ceiling is weird, because like... Okay, no, this is just aligned with like the shelves and stuff. But yeah, like I still wanna do like the speed run, by the way, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, we can probably do that like for a second run in a second. But hey, I guess this is all we can do today. Still not sure what this means. I just wanna really learn if this is worth my time. It might be, might not be, who knows, who cares. For now I'm just gonna go to the library and reread that book. Unless I find like any secrets in there, I'm just gonna leave it. Also, yes, 33. I mean, what else can I get which would be easy? Like, these all are like different game modes. I could definitely get like one of those. I said definitely, right? It's just like work. It's like not puzzling that I would need to do. I feel like the speed one would be easier than the 1 day one, but both of them are doable, I think, with like a little bit of planning. The issue obviously being that you need 2 ways in the underground. And you need like special rooms for that. Like, you can do it with either the pump or the tomb, which needs that you need like the garage and stuff, right? Like there are like a lot of options how you can reach that. Anyway, like, I am not going to get the Trophy of Sigils because I still need like 1 key for that, like for that one, and I also need to figure out like the ones that I've already halfway figured out, right? Sweepstakes. I forgot the exact rules, but I don't think I can do that easily. I think that would be a lot more work than like the rest. I guess Bullseye is just like the easiest one. Explorer's Trophy. I don't know how to get like the last room, I guess. I am generally confused about that. Maybe there's like something in the archives. Maybe there's like something underground. Who knows? Well, I just noticed that there are actually a few more rooms that I can check out. So I'm gonna do that. Can't hurt, right? Before I go to the library. One of them is just over here. Like, maybe I can get the garage again. I don't know why I would want that, but hey. Or the lavatory. Just because it's funny. I'm gonna get the lavatory. I am... Right, like the lavatory says, like, a room one might go to great lengths to avoid showing guests, despite them always probing for its location. You know, fair enough. Everyone's probing. It might still just be that this just does absolutely nothing, and like the effect of the room is that it's completely useless and a dead end. It's a red room, Like, this is just so suspicious, right? Like, maybe, you know, it doesn't actually matter. Maybe I can flush the toilet. Maybe there's like a secret note somewhere and like you are supposed to ignore it because of that. Or like you're expected to ignore it. Technically there's also like the thick wall in like all directions. The curtains don't seem to be like that special. I can't turn on the water. There's nothing in the trash. There's just nothing here. And that's why it's so much more suspicious than like anything else. H and C, okay, yeah, hot and cold. Fair enough, I can accept that as an excuse for now. But otherwise I am not too sure what to do. Like, there isn't a specific reason why I'm going here. I just like this place, kind of. Also like that there's music playing, but overall I just... Was this here before? Did the layout change or am I going mad? I might just be going mad. I don't know why I don't remember that particular table there. It's just kinda weird. Royal Station, yeah. That was also here before, right? I still don't get this. Yeah, you're here, I get it. There's an X there. Next to the 8. I am kind of confused why there's an X and the 8, basically, right? Next to an 8. Maybe there's like an 8 that's important and I have to dig next to it? Because, like, again, you are here, there's already an arrow. Why is there an X next to it? I sometimes just thinking about stuff like that, but like... Yeah, you can look at the X. I don't think that there's any other spot that just feels like something's off, right? Also still don't quite get this symbol. Right, like we've had this before, right? We have this symbol and we have a suspect is a major or like a minor. 8 to 13. Royal Station, Angel Tower, Arius Crossing, Tanner Fork, and then the dead end. It's not really a pathway we can do in the estate, is it? There's not really a way to draw this. It does say that this is a major, or like, you know, the suspect is major or minor. I don't think Royal Station itself is like a password, right? That I don't think I've tried that before, but like that's like the only other thing I can think of. I do think I have screenshots of this, so I could try this later on. It's the like, I mean, it would be stat R. Yeah, I thought as much. This would be like the royal station, right? Like, if you really combine that, it could also just be like royal or something. But I don't think that's quite it. What else could be a major... I mean, it's a major stop. Thought so. Ariana probably doesn't fit. Yen... Sa? Okay, thought so. But I'm just trying with like these combinations. I don't think that this is quite what I want to do. I still don't know where the last piece is, and I have like no clue, right? Like, this seems to be like so random, but I do feel like it has to do with like a new clue, just because like the second piece that we got also was related to the book. Huh. It might also be related to, you know, the one underground, thanks to like the I's and the O's here. I don't know, like I've looked at it again, I don't see something right now. Again, I feel like there's one piece missing, and it's going to bother me until I find that piece, right? Which is, you know, fine. As long as it bothers me in a way where I actually want to make progress, it's fine. Also, I wanted to go to the north. I mean, do I just take Lost and Found because it's like one of those rooms that I never enter? Like, I don't really need items right now, right? And maybe there's like something special that I've never had? No, just a hall pass. It's the Myla statue. I don't think that there's anything too special that we can find here. Obviously there's like still this book that you're writing. Front of the mount. I just don't know what to make of it. Yeah, you're writing a book. Don't taunt me with your writing skills, okay? I can see it. Yeah, I feel like we've gotten everything we need in here. Yeah, I can get some gems, but like, it's really not that necessary. Hallway pass, okay. Don't know if this is even doing anything. And I'm gonna go for like the other room, just because I had options here. Like, the keycard is just so much stronger. Another trophy room or something that requires a gem. I want to take the gem. It's not the rarest room, but okay, sure, fair enough. Another key, and also you. Telescope gives an additional effect, but it's... We only have like one observatory, right? Yeah, I didn't get the other one. It's still nice, right? Like getting an additional effect, and I don't think it increases stars though, right? Well, in any case, I'm through with this one now. I am going to go for the library. And this is where I'm going to end the run after I read like the thing again, because I need to take screenshots and I need to really read about that again. I don't think it's going to be like too enlightening what I'm gonna read, but you never know. Also, I still don't get what the blue tents are for. It is so weird, right? Like, because like, okay, I don't even know what the Mount Holly tea does. It's a permanent addition, but like, what am I doing with that one? Like, the lunchbox did something, the swim trunks do something. Because you get a pair of trunks as well. Maybe I should pay attention to that one. Some more swim trunks. Okay, swimwear plushie. Permanent addition to the master bedroom. And also unlocks the dare mode. Okay, curse coffers. Also addition to the shrine, and they unlocked something. The blue tents probably also do something. That also means that the tea probably does something. I just don't know what it does. Right, like, and the richer blocks is still coming soon. I don't really... Oh, what? 10,000 salt and nuance. I mean, it does look kinda cool. Stamp of quality. The Smash Arcade hit. yeah, might actually tell us something about Nuance outside of that people are flying in there, right? Like, or maybe this is just like the solution. I don't really know if this tells us anything else. I mean, they could be militaristic, right? They have helped out. Okay, since I still have like a lot of steps, I'm gonna try to reach the walk-in closet again, which is kind of on the way. And worst case, I'm not learning anything. Because it's kind of rude that like these are already here, right? Like the blue tents. And I don't know anything about them. What would I even do with the tea? Like, it's not like I'm getting more items out of this, right? Like, I'm still getting the 4. Maybe I get better items? Because I don't know why. It's also, why is this connected to a nail? I mean, it's probably here so we can properly look at it, but like the rest is, you know, attached properly? I do have a hammer, right? Like, so maybe this would be useful. I also have a shovel. I genuinely do not know what the issue is here. I can't even see like the code behind it properly, but I don't think it hides something. There's nothing hidden in the pockets, I hope. Like, I can just click here, right? This is like basically all I can do. And that's kind of sad. Maybe if I had like a better hammer. Who knows? We don't actually have the lever though, so too bad. I mean, the first time I got the showroom here, I didn't actually get to buy anything. I do have the moon pendant. Like, Silver Spoon just gives me twice as many steps. Chronograph was more likely to get... yeah. You may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. Oh yeah, that's probably like if I draft something, like redraw something. I don't think if I've ever used that one, but I'm guessing if I do like the redraw feature that I can pick like the previous one. Theoretically. And we're gonna get the moon pendant just because, you know, getting items isn't actually that bad. So I do like that. It's like one of my favorite items I can get in here. The rest is so expensive and I just don't care enough. I mean, you do have a, you know, key pendant, which I can't reach, which is interesting. Like, as a choice, but I don't think I can break in. That would be funny. I mean, it's technically, you know, my building. Why can't I break into my own building? Can't believe this. Alright, it's time for me to take some screenshots and reread The Curse of the Black Bridge. Woo, even though I still think that this is probably not going to add too much to my knowledge. Okay. First note, I'm still reading, but Aj and Tor. Tor is like one of the words that kind of makes sense in the castle puzzle, right? Like it could fit there, since we are still, or like I am at least assuming that it might be a mix between, you know, Rajan and like, I guess, common English, if you want to call it that. But what exactly does that mean? Aj and Tor. Like, Aj is definitely a word we've had before. Or like at least like a... yeah, Aj is first. Okay, so I did finish reading this now. Yeah, it took like a few minutes, but this kind of let me, you know, refresh like the story. There are some things I could try out. Like, first of all, again, there's like one Iranian word in there that I don't get. And we've seen like part of that, like the Tor part, right? That's like definitely Argentor, right? Would kind of make sense in certain contexts, right? Like the entire word doesn't make sense in, you know, my drawing, but the rest does make sense, so I'm just gonna accept that. Also, there are like a lot of names in here that I might be able to use in the grotto, because it's like, you know, named after that place, so it wouldn't be too surprising to use like a password there, but I don't know what I would be learning there, because I already have like the archive rank, right? We reached that one before. Same for like the admin rank, so I don't think that there's anything new for me. feel like maybe I missed something in there that I need to reread. But it's like not that important that I would have to do that like now, because like we can reach like the grotto all the time. But I do have like some steps left. Also, while I'm here, time to check the different stamps again, right? Like this is Mora J, the White Sea of Yor, right? It could be windy, but like doesn't really seem like that. The thing that, okay, to be fair, like if it were like really windy and like the waves are just like, I guess, foaming like that, then calling it like the White Sea would also kind of make sense, but it could also just be snow. But like you do not see any snow on here, which is like why the weather is still something that I don't quite get. It could be windy again. Other weather doesn't really make too much sense. Like, what else could it be? Like the modes are probably wrong that I have here, because like, yeah, Korarica we figured out now. We figured out like all of them now, except for like Nuance and Mora J. To be fair, Mora J, since the puzzle boxes come from there, maybe that's important? So my issue with that is still that we have like 8 types of modes. And which ones do we have already? Martial, Metropolitan, Academic, Industrial, Spiritual, Poetic. I guess Tribal and Agricultural are the only ones that are left. But neither of them seem primitive. Right? I talked about this before, like a tribal, if you're just talking about having different tribes, right? Like being very spread out in that way. I could understand for like one of those, like even Nuance, in the sense that, you know, they can fly around. It would make sense to have like more spread out cities and stuff. I could see that. But like having blimps does not seem particularly primitive. And same for Mora J. They do not seem like hunters and gatherers. So there would be, I guess, something else that connects. It could be spiritual, but do they seem connected to them? Not really. Poetic? In the sense, like, I know like a puzzle box is not inherently like poetic or something like that, but it's like an, you know, advancement of the arts in a way. I could see that. Maybe academic doesn't really feel quite that far, right? Like very squirrely pursuits, but like we only know about the boxes. Metropolitan, dense urban populous centers, maybe. Harvest and farming, basic society and culture and agricultural. Again, I mentioned this before, like if fish were like mentioned there, I would go like, yeah, you know what, boats and fish make sense. But otherwise, not really. So it's more that like all of the modes aren't like particularly something I would agree with when it comes to Mora J. And that's like the weird thing. It could still be agricultural. I just don't know about anything. Like I don't know enough about Mora J apparently. I just know that the white color, you know, it changes color at some point, which, you know, that still could mean martial, but I guess they just assisted. And they also said that like the white troops, right, like they switched to black ones and then to red, according like to the rules of the boxes, that they might have not been that great. I don't know. Is there something in here though? Like I still wanna kinda check out. Okay, if I can guess it first try, I'm gonna call it, then I think I'm far enough ahead that I am allowed to check the deed again. This is like what I'm just gonna make up here, right? Like I do have all of the screenshots that I need. I should be able to figure out like the order. First one, Arch Areas. Talking about sailing and made them realize how much more convenient it would have been with like the railways, which means that this comes after the travel to the south to Araja. I think Araja was just the first one, right? Isn't that like the, wait a second, Orinda Areas? Yeah, the road is taking me south. So like Orinda Areas is like the first one. right? And we do know that it also ended here. So 2, 3. I think this was like something that we had known before, right? Like this was like the easy guess. Then the one about fan areas talks about how air travel is better than sea travel. So I'm still very much convinced that this was nuance. We do know that whatever combination it is, I'm gonna... there are basically 2 combinations at this point, because we do know that Mora J became directly before Vera. Now the question is only, which one was first? Like, did we... Wait a second. But this frigid weather here is a welcome relief from the sweltering shores of Vera. This is like part of the text in Korarika. So we do know that this is like 6 and 4 and 5. Yeah, that's the combination. I knew it. Okay, so we have the deed again. The deed doesn't really change, right? And I think I've not made screenshots of those. I only made like screenshots of like the names here for some reason, right? Like this was before I started doing that. Really weird, but it's nice. Like we have like all of the pieces that we need to figure this one out already, even though we only have 6. Our way of Trinsdale, we do know that name, obviously. Actually, our way is not part of the family tree that I look at it. But it's just like the generation, it's like too far away, I guess. Okay, there's still a few things about this. First of all, still the preliminary draft copies of Red Prince and a new clue. I mean, we've definitely seen a new clue here, right? But it's not the draft copy. And I don't know where I would get those. Also, it does say that there are like other things hidden in here. Okay, there's also multiple times like kind of a concept of time in there. Right, like that you have to have the patience and wisdom that comes with maturity. Yeah, okay. And then you have to slow down enough. But it's still like the 2 clocks here that are stuck on this time, basically. I have the weird suspicion that it's like still a speedrun. Maybe, okay, this sounds like maybe weird. But there is a, like the achievement, I'm gonna call it like the, I'm gonna leave the crown here, by the way. I kind of don't want to pick it up right now. Like it doesn't actually do anything anyway, and I don't know if it has any effect if I just leave it. Right, this is like kind of my thought process currently. Anyway, there's like the whole thing that this is like stuck and it's like this time. And there's like the trophy that you only need like 1 hour. I don't know if it takes like 1 hour to reach this point. It might actually be the case. I think I like semi-timed it when it came to like the clock tower. But I don't think it was like quite an hour. So I'm not so sure about that. Also like still kind of a troll that there's like an apple here that you can't eat. Which is, to be fair, it's just like a, you know, a fake one. Right, like because we have like the trolley here and like the rose and all of that we can see also in the painting. But we've already solved like the painting, so I'm not too worried about that. There's still the rumor that there should be or could be like a like another safe in here. But I wouldn't know how to like find that one, right? Like it could be like underground, but there's like, first of all, there's like a decent amount of space. It's also like a weird layout in my opinion, right? Like who sits with their back turned to the door in an otherwise empty room? I don't know, that just seems weird. Again, no fire in the fireplace. We do have like all of these. I don't know if you can press them somehow. Maybe there's like an order that you have to press them in. Wait a second, we have this one. Then to the south, then right, the mountains are, yeah, then to the north, then Mora J, Vera, Korarika, Nuance, and then Vanarius. Okay, that didn't do anything. I just think it would be like a funny combination like that. Wait, is that the same order? Yeah, it's actually the same order that we have it like underground, not in notes, because we definitely... Yeah, Korarek is like the left door, then... Yeah, okay. Mirage. You know what? That kind of makes sense now. I still don't know what the throne is all about, right? Like, this is the thing, and obviously Marigold, the statuette isn't still... Yeah, you know? Kind of weird, because, like, again, like, there is one of us. I'm assuming. I think we had, like, a hair like that. So having Marigold here isn't quite it. Right, like, it would make sense. But then again, she's missing, but, like, it doesn't matter whether she's missing, dead, or, like, alive for these figurines. Because, again, ours is there, and we are hopefully still alive, right? I don't think that has like a hand or anything like that pointing somewhere. Oh, it's always been at the one berry. No, these berries are all the same color. There's one in the middle, right? Like this is like darker, but this one also is here darker, right? Like this kind of continues like thematically, so I guess it's fine. Like, we absolutely do not have any sort of throne that exists. We can't sit down somewhere. Like, the only throne that exists, to my understanding, would be probably, you know, the castle underground that we can't reach. Huh. Well, in any case, I guess I'm gonna end the run here. This has taken a lot longer than I wanted it to. So I'm not sure, like, I probably don't have, like, the time to make, like, another run where I'm also discovering stuff, right? So I'm gonna split the episode here in just a second. I just have to decide on, like, where I want to sleep. Is there even, like, a singular room where it matters? I mean, I could rest in this room. Have I ever done that? I feel like I should have, if I haven't. I mean, we do also have, like, the moon pendant, so we are going to start with, like, some items next time. Again, I don't want to pick up the crown. I don't really... Like, the crown is neat and all, but, like, first of all, the effect is okay. But it's, like, really not that useful if we're at the end of a run, right? And even if I have, like, the chance to, like, keep it in my inventory, it's probably worth to just leave it at that. So, in any case, I'm just gonna end the run here, I guess. So, let's call it a day. Has been more productive than I thought, right? Like, this is always the thing, right? Like, sometimes you have, like, these great runs, like, last time, where I actually figured some stuff out. This time I also figured some stuff out. It's nice that I got, like, more copy, like, you know, for my own wiki, I'm gonna call it. And we also found the key, which was nice. And, like, rereading some stories is also nice, even though I still don't know what that one word means. It might be useful. I could have technically gone outside and, like, tried some passwords, but let's do that next time. I've got it written down, like, in my notes next to the, hey, I have to really do that, like, next time. So, yeah. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.